But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to fight Samel. The Cogs burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme, gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone, no buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna, hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage, F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder! Once again, the Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill up the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a Dagon Arme, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the die back on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Marana. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3! Zep as well as NM1 are gonna get chewed down, 3 dead, Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd here just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
There's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto two. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe he's getting cruiser by mid one. They get up the roar. They'll lose two. They'll lose three. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tong Fu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tong Fu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tong Fu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook, got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dendy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead. 4
heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. Oh, the use! The dodge! Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kunkka. The stolen vintage Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money. And that, for me, is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage-dealing item. But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. They're going to fight Samel. The Colt's burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see. CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dodge! In from Universe! Into disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Army. Gets the jump, finds the partner. Vision will not find a stun. Partner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the front line attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification is delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna, Sunder by once again. The Sunder switches to life. Arme's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. 7 from the side with a Dagon Arme, but no! Thunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall. They lose the Enchantress. FY pushing around Anna. He's so low. Can they get the dieback on him? You bet your Nelly they can. Arme still very, very low. The blast will kill him off. But buyback. LGD want this now. LGD, or can they? Backing up? No, they're not. Terrorblade. BT's forward. The ball is up. Thompson needs to defend. X-Nova very visible. You've got a very, very low life Miranda. But OG, they can't find the target. X-Nova, he's got the grip. He's got the control. He's got the kill. Thompson is down, but ES is up. Where the Echo slam. Oh, there it is. Forward. There's your slam. There's the dunk. There's the play. Jirax, the savior of OG.
1,500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the best bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetized, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right-click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Cypher coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Zep as well as M1 are gonna get chewed down. 3 dead. Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned up by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. It's not enough. Maybe it's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get up the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tong Fu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tong Fu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. There it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tong Fu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed the chair, and that's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it, going to be telekinesed back. and they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Na'Vi is down. Can you say mega creeps? Na'Vi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's light of heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Rubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice is in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the use! The dodge! Anna up into the edge, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG!
So this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item, but in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Samel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Gana's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Samel. The Cogs burn bought them a little bit of extra time, and with Samel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it, though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDEC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're going to get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses. And now they will take Roshan. Samel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Arme. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find the stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex is out the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the backline.
they found Shaker.
The BKB, they're into the backline. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. Is gone. No buyback available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a love, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment. 5 heroes around. The bubble is there protecting the melee racks. Anna
Sunder!
By once again, the Sunder switches to life. Army's back up to full health, but the damage from Thompson, it's good enough to kill off the bait. Buyback is there. Somnus leads forward. They just keep bunching them around, but they're still battling from inside the bubble. Pugner will come to the world living LGD. They're going for the GG push. They're going up the tier 4 towers. OG, they have to hold the line. They have the numbers. Seven from the side with a Dagon Army, but no! Sunder is back up. It is there. Chalice will fall.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Shadow Demon.
Ten seconds remaining.
Welcome back to another day of the DPL-CDA Season 2. We're gonna have Team Aster picking on Invictus Gaming, continuing on the best threes for the group stages here. This is to mark the halfway point of week 3 once this day does end up being completed again. And the 2 series of some lovely China action to present to you guys. At the moment, Aster, they're sitting in 3rd position on the standings, looking incredibly strong. Invictus Gaming, however, they are down in 8th. They've only won 1 series. They are currently 1-4 as their series count. They're looking to try and take, looking to try and get on the scoreboard, honestly, because they've had they have versed some really difficult teams though. VG Gaming, E-Home, PSG-LGD, CDEC. But they're still going to have to go up against Aster. This is a stacked tournament. A lot of these teams are playing well, and Sparking Arrow is another team. Also, maybe coming in, you'd think they'd be kind of towards the bottom, but they're actually in the upper bracket seeding at the moment. If they, with how it's looking, they're in 4th spot. So yeah, Invictus Gaming looking to try and get their foot holding at the moment through the 2nd season, the DPL cross CDA. But we've got a draft underway here. Now, we did see Aster play yesterday. They were able to take a 2-0 victory over CDEC, and CDEC were on top of the table. That's a big game. If Aster win this series, I believe they will then jump up and go on top of the table. So this is big for them to try and cement their position. And in yesterday's games, we saw Team Aster first pick the Shadow Demon, and they do the same here. So I was really interested to see if the Shadow Demon would get banned out, because I think it was, I would probably say it would have got like 70% of MVP votes if MVP was the thing. The way they played the Shadow Demon was just at such a high level, incredibly well with how Aster were able to play. I think it wasn't.
Seconds remaining.
It was Fade and Baboka in both games that were, so it wasn't just one person. They switched up who was playing the Shadow Demon, and honestly, it didn't matter who was playing it. It just looked still incredibly strong. And it's just, you're such a versatile hero. Your lane's pretty good. You've got a nice save with your disruption. You also have the banishment can also be utilized as a setup. Mirana could be a possibility that comes out. We've seen the yesterday we saw the Mirana banned out multiple times when the Shadow Demon was picked up, just to take away of that factor here.
10 seconds.
But another thing we will bring up is the fact that IG, they go for the Morphling. So this is, I'd say they're able to pick up the Morphling this early just because it's against the Mars. And Mars is a hero that the Bulwark is not going to give a damn. You know, it doesn't do anything to the E-Blade burst that Morphling has, and he's also able to get out of the arena. The speed, and another thing, the third thing is that the speed has a projectile animation, and also, you know, it flying through the air, a cast animation, so Morphling majority of the time should be able to get the strength morph out. So it is a really good matchup for the Morphling here. You know, it's still, the lane isn't as good until Morphling's able to get kind of level 1 and level 2, your weakest, and I'd say probably level 4 and, you know, 5, you're going to be able to lane relatively fine. We might see IG go for a defensive support as well, just to kind of protect the Morphling. You know, Ogre could be okay to sit in the front of the lane. They don't mind picking up the Ogre Folly, but I mean, you take a look at the bans here, and this is what we're kind of seeing with second pick. You fourth pick a core that can flex as well in a safe lane or middle lane, and you just protect that core with 3 bans. You know, PL gone, AM gone, AA gone. Like, these are 3 heroes that play very well versus the Morphling, take them out of the pool. Now makes it difficult for Aster to be able to do any. There's still, of course, there's still heroes you can play against this, but it's the fact that you just protect that so incredibly well. Now, Aster do get Radiant though, which is nice. I think Radiant's got a little bit of a better side of the map than what Dyer's is. But they need to try and, I mean, we haven't really seen too much Tiny as well. I believe actually yesterday we might have saw him once. That was also, was it a core? Because I've seen a core Tiny recently. No, I think it was the support. Yeah, I think CDC did it for James, if I remember correctly. So there is still that flexibility that the Tiny is going to be able to provide you. It's nice burst to the Shadow Demon. Wow. That's not what I was actually anticipating. Is that... Can't be. Jakiro 5 with the Morphling? That feels like a really weak lane. I mean, Jakiro's not bad with trading with Dual Breath, but I feel like these 2 heroes that... Jakiro doesn't mind being more in a lane that can be aggressive. Morphling's very defensive, like he can't really do anything. And the reason why it's going to be a 5 is the fact that you majority of the Tiny's played as a 4 unless they push it to a 2 or a 3, and asked to pick up Dio. This is the identical draft I believe they went so CDC. Yeah, they went the Shadow Demon, Mars, and then Io, and then after that went the Gyro Pop. Now they probably weren't Gyro just because it's against the Morphling. Morphling's very good against the Gyro. The fact that you can replicate and get that flat cannon, it's just really, really strong. I'm intrigued on Io against the Morphling though, because Morphling's really good at being able to burst one hero down, and there are multiple supports, so this is definitely an E-Blade game for the Morphling. What is the thought process here? They were gonna Centaur, okay. There was a stage where we were seeing Centaur and Mars just constantly picked up. I mean, Centaur still pretty strong of a hero. The unfortunate thing is your Stampede's not going to have much of effect versus the arena, but this is really nice to disengage out of a relocate. And again, I just like the draw from Aster. You know, they have 2 heroes that kind of set for an IO relocate. It's more importantly the Mars with the arena, but Shadow Demon Banishment, again, remember we said he can be so flexible, really provides you a lot in that toolkit. And Io's a hero that doesn't have any team fight, you know, doesn't have initiation, no stuns as well. So that's where the Io really lacks, and the fact that you pick it up at least, you know, kind of more strength. Io's weak, and they do Gyro, really? Okay. I mean, I know the Gyro is incredibly strong. They won with it last game, last night against CDC. But it's against the Morphling, which is really interesting. Usually you're not really seeing that matchup. I wonder if they'll go, they last picked an Invoker, which honestly doesn't look like the worst game here. But I think this last pick wants to be someone who gives them a little bit more catch. Yeah, honestly, really good. The reason why it's coming to mind just because the fact that Aster won with that exact lineup plus the Invoker last night. But what do IG do at the moment?
5
I mean,
seconds remaining.
you're not going to, so what? It's going to be a Jakiro 5. Because you're going to last pick your 5 here. So I feel like Jakiro 5 with the Morphling lane. You got Centaur as a 3. Tiny's either going to get flexed as a 2 or a 4. Morphling can still go play the middle lane as well. It really depends on the matchup here. So it means Aster can't be as flexible. I mean, someone like a Puck or a Void Spirit for Aster just gives them a little bit more initiation, which they're kind of, it's really up to the Mars at the moment. And they don't have a whole, like, they've got some stuns on IG, but it's not easy to hit. Jakiro Ice Path, of course, very difficult. The Sentinel Hoof Stomp as well has got a little bit of an animation, so someone like a Puck and a Void Spirit should be able to dodge that fast enough. And I think they kind of want this tempo hero that can come online like around the time as the Gyro. Before Gyro is ready to fight, you just really start making movements across the map and providing the space. It is also a Radiant Gyrocopter as well. So we saw that change now to the Ancients camps for moving them away from the bottom outposts to the top triangle camp with where they used to be. So I really think we're going to start seeing a lot more of the Drow, the Medusa, the Gyro, like a lot of these kind of heroes that can mass farm multiple camps at one time. Or even just, the heroes that utilize the triangle camp beforehand.
10 seconds remaining.
So I actually, thinking about it now, I don't mind the fact that they do Gyro. It looks like they have a, maybe this I'm over looking into it a bit much as a Void Spirit fan. Maybe I'm looking into it a bit too much, but I think that Radiant teams might start to prioritize a core that's going to be able to farm the triangle. And I'm actually the last pick Alina here. It does relatively well against any matchup, and IG do have like a Centaur Morph Tiny, so still Tiny probably gonna have blinks. Morphling can burst down the Lina, so they got okay ways to actually deal with her, but they wanted to go for a hero that's gonna be able to give them another set of IO, a little bit of burst. They had enough damage, I feel like, so this is interesting maybe, and they've got some wave clear as well. So I think Lean is just a really nice kind of mid-lane hero that doesn't lose too many matchups, and that's what we see often. Like the Conker felt like he's kind of transitioned into this nice pick hero where you don't lose too many matchups. I feel like Lena can kind of play that similar role as well, but it does leave you vulnerable now to the Templar assassin that gets picked up from Invictus Gaming here. That's such an awesome hero set. I gotta go through all the new ones. What was it again? Yeah, it's that one. I gotta go through all of them because they're cool ones. The Mars is awesome, which is in this game. The Tiny is awesome. Now the Jakiro as well. Whew. That's the time I'm talking about, of course. It's like the bone skeleton one or something like that. But whose draft do I favor? I mean, TK's really good against Irish Shadow Demon. There's two heroes that are just going to get melted. I feel like the supports are really going to struggle with positioning this game on Team Aster. And I think it's a relatively good Morphing game as well. Like, they pick the Gyro into the Morphing. Team Aster might hit a timing where I think Gyro can come online a little bit faster than the Morphling can. Does he have to go defensive out in this game? Betsol not required, Lincoln's not required, so he could just E-Blade potentially from Fly. He's a really good Morphling player as well. The fact that it already was a good pick early against the Mars Shadow Demon, but already showing high prioritization they have on this hero. I'm just worried that the supports on Aster aren't going to be able to stay alive. And I think the Iron Shadow Demon are very, very important for these fights. I'm gonna actually go with IG's lineup. I don't mind it, to be honest. I think you just have a lot of ways to get on top of the lane on leaders. You know, be difficult here. You know, this is a hero that kind of just wants to sit on the backline and output as much damage as possible. But they could get to a stage where Dire might lack damage. I don't think that's gonna happen though. You know, Tier falls behind, they take objectives. You know, Fly is a hero that you can be a little slow as well on the Morphling. And they actually can't make plays on IG unless like Tiny has Blink. I mean, even without Tiny Blink, he can still make plays. Well, this is for block here, Karko. You're in trouble, brother. Benjamin, we'll miss out on the stun here. That might actually allow Karko to 5. XXS has to try and level up the God's Rebuke and Karko, yeah. Uh-oh. A little bit of a mid-play there from Fade. He chucked up the stories as well. Yeah, unfortunate. They do still get that ward down mid, very aggressive positioning. Did Dire? So they thought there was a ward on the bench. Okay, what did JT get? Oh no, there was a ward on the high ground. Okay, nice. Did they? I really remember that. Oh, well, that's going to be for a D ward for Radiant. So should be able to go 1 D ward pace here. Banner contestation. Ollie might not be able to get this if they can get in range. I think banishments. No, he just got it. Ollie denied. Ollie, nicely done. That is 2 banishments used from Fade, which it's not a big deal, but it's the fact that, you know, that is what 240 mana now. He's got 3 mangoes, so he's gonna be fine. I'm gonna try and just cut him off, do a little bit of damage here, but yeah, this matchup for the team should be pretty good. Lena doesn't have any damage over time. You might have to go, you don't really want to go like the 2-point Fury Soul, but you'll try and go for it early. Yeah. The ways to deal with the refraction, Emo's taking up a lot of damage from the creeps. He's got to be careful. Chuan actually might be able to find the kill. Yeah, Emo's dead. He's got another Dragon Sleep. It's the level 2, never mind. Oof. Emo, very nicely done there. Killed the creep so he's able to hit that level 2, got the refraction to protect him. If he didn't get that level 2, he was well and truly dead, but... And here we go, Chuan with the Fury Sword. So yeah, it's just got that attack speed, relatively decent weights on with the refraction. You know, damage over time is a lot better, but then having a decent amount of attack speed is also in the way. Just of course, naturally, faster the attacks, the faster you get rid of the refraction. But this is going to be, I mean, it's not a lane where Lena will... It's still like a good matchup versus for TA, but Lena's going to have a relatively good time. And it's also nice because she can farm this small camp a lot easier. You know, as an intel nuking hero, you always hated having to kill off the mud golems. So that's not going to be too bad for Lena as well. And then, well, let's look at some of the other lanes here. Aster T. It's not a good time at the moment down bot. They do have the creep equilibrium a little far out, so this is going to favor Dire. Karka is doing a good job of being able to body block up the camps. You know, this is a lot easier to a lot previously through 4.7.27. You couldn't really block this with a ward because of the box was a lot smaller. I think it was something like that. So you could always get a D ward with Sentry, but now they increased it and they actually reduced Dire's one. So yeah, we'd see a lot of people just body blocking that camp instead. They even got rid of the half camp, so there's absolutely nothing they can do. But this is funny, I mean, this is identical draw of the Lena for Aster. And one thing I always want to bring up is the fact that we're probably going to see Fade start making some stacks eventually. You know, the Shadow Demon's one of the best heroes to be able to do so. And it's kind of nice that you pair up, you know, a really farming hero, you know, to clear stacks with the Shrek and Prospect Swamp. About to half HP here, but I believe the lane is going to be able to dip up. Nice little wrap around, but Bucko even's going to get ward on the high ground as well. And now it's Fly going up top. He's having a good time here. So it's XXS, so it's not really anyone's favor at the moment. You know, we'll probably see Radiant have a little bit more kill threat. Still no first blood at the moment. But I feel like if anyone's going to find out, I mean, Shouty Tim to Mars combo, Ollie's going to be really careful with his positioning. Even Chuan as well. It looks like Marquez actually wants the courier, and we'll be able to snag that one. So it takes an immense amount of damage so far. Sweet. Cruising along. About to be 4 minutes in. We might see some movements for the power runs. Is that his bottle picked up from Chuan, so yeah, it's going to need some help coming out, and we already see Fit making movements. So really nice from him. They won't get any help with the radiant support down bot, but luckily enough, it's not going to matter. Chuan will find Ace, and they are rude to Bo. He's just going to D ward. So that's 2 wards now that got taken away. The mid one. And now this freshly played ward on the higher ground, so this is going to kind of hinder I's vision. You know, this ward would have been expiring in pretty much a minute because it was placed a little bit after the radiant odds, but it looks like JT is on some shenanigans at the moment. Back to the stage where he can kind of pull the lane, so he's going to try and mass farm, I imagine, with the pull the wave. Once you get 3 points for Telia, you're able to do incredibly well. I thought they made the pull change to the 5-minute mark of 50. Jeez, man, that rocket barrage is so much damage early. Lena's going to make a move to top here. Chuan's with the haste. They're trying to bait with the bounty. Chuan doesn't have a whole lot of mana, but now with the banishment set up for the LSA, they're going to ping back Morphling as well. He does get the strength morphed out. Firefly is still in trouble here. Waveforms up to the high ground, and he'll be successful at getting the TP out. And doesn't force him back to base as well. So Ollie, he's got Tango's a good old 1 Tango and a Sylve, so Fireflies are going to be fine. And then be able to get the creepy cleavering back into favor. A nice attempt from Chuan. He doesn't really miss too much mid as well, so nothing really costs with that rotation. He gets a free bottle fill. But I feel this is, we're gonna have a pretty passive game. Like Aster are gonna try and hit timings really fast, like probably drums, ags, maybe like the BKB from Gyro. But he should get a lot of farm because they'll try and prioritize stacks. So they've got any at the moment. Not that I can see. Damn, they even TP and Fade to refill the bottle. Kaka. Management there. Chuan's got the level 6 Kaka. Let's try and disjoint off this attack in the mid. Keep it Emo's taking a bit amount of damage. I'll turn back. I'll even TP rotation. Provoker's going to defend him as well. We're going to play. It's not going to do any damage, but it won't matter because Fade comes, stacks up the poison. He's able to clear first blood just before Emo finds the kill on top of the Lena. That refraction timing from the TA just in time. I mean, if she didn't dodge the blade damage, then I don't think Chuan dies there then. That's another D ward. Wow, but they are reading them goddamn book. Access drops the arena. I think we saw him do this yesterday, where with the bottle wands and the soul ring, really trying to prioritize the region. Don't fare too well with the mana. Fade, can he get in range for the missile instead? And it's available JT to host something, he'll be fine. A little bit awkward position there from Fade up on the higher ground. Stampede is on cooldown now though. So backwards, what I was trying to say is that I think really gonna have to play around just stacking up for Gyrocopter, and Dire have more of a slower timing. I mean, the TA hits this massive, like you can kind of make some happen if you go for like a blink first. But the real big timing for TA is blink there, so then go take Roche, and you try and get BKB with that Aegis as well, and then you get just all the outer towers. You've got a pretty decent net worth advantage by then, and the enemy team just can't do anything. So that's usually the timing around 20 minutes. It does depend how well the TA farms, and I mean, we take a look, Emo is having a good time. That's also another hero who can farm up some stacks, and we already see Ollie's trying to make some now for the TA, so really important. I mean, with none yet for Radiant, I think we're going to have to see Fade start to prioritize this, because how long does SCCC want to stay down bot? I mean, I will say that he doesn't have a way to farm the stack at the moment without max rocket barrage, so he's kind of content with still playing the safe lane. Hasn't felt pressure at the moment because Morphling's a hero that You're not going to rotate to the enemy safe lane and try and have an ultimate that can pressure them out. Free kill for Fate. It's the banishment. Do they want to try and still commit forward? Never mind, not a free kill. They get the trap slow. Because they have some abilities back up short of the arcane and fly route in, but now that's better attention to Mars. Burst him down because Karka's level 5, man. This tiny. They give him. That's the nice thing about the Templar Assassin, being able to give over the mid lane to a support so we can claim a little bit of experience here. So just allowed the Tiny to have that extra level for the burst, and the Arcane Rune really paid off there, getting 2 full sets of the combination. Usually we probably wouldn't see that. Nicely done from IG. They got 1,000 net worth lead at the moment. We will have the Barons spawning up pretty shortly here, though. Love this word from Karka. Really nice move. It's gonna be all in trouble though. Can he get the bent out fast enough? Ifly is actually already maxed out to full here. Speed pushes him away. Doesn't connect on some trees. Wow, that's crazy. I actually don't know how I missed the trees. They're still gonna try and find a dive here. I mean, Fate's stacking up the poison, but XXS unfortunately won't be able to get in range for the arena. I'm now down bot. IG, they saw 3 heroes at the top side here, so they might try and put some pressure on the tower. The Centaur is a hero that's able to do so very easily. But yeah, this ward is so strong, man. You know that Gyro is going to go try and take some stacks, so it's just scouting out the positioning. It is not going to matter here. Ice Path melted down after Karkai. Now with the relocator works, the setup, Trying can't get in range. You need some form of stunts with a relocator. It just feels so bad. And that's kind of, that just shows the weakness of the IR. No stuns at all, nothing you can do, no team fight either. So, without being able to pair him up with someone who's going to set up, and Karka's making some incredible movements. He's going to keep going from lane to lane. 2-0 and 2 at the moment with the kill participation. He's been involved in everything. And now the net worth, and it's up to 3,000 all of a sudden because the Templar Assassin is going untouched. I mean, Emo's about to have a Desolator completed. That stack is where he got a lot of the farm there. Just missed another stack as well. Uh-oh. It's a tricky kill. Speed needs to get on the mark. Pushing back towards the tower. He's still able to get the strength more out. So Fly will be fine. Timing on the strength and the speed, like this, the projectile animation, you can try and time it perfectly with the banishment, but there's that micro frame where you're able to get it off fast enough for the majority of the time. And this is the issue where he's going Lincoln's first. Wow. I thought this on top of the Iron here, that's one from that Liquipedia combination. Now JT with the Stampede forward is going to try and catch out Aster proceed. Ready at the outpost control for rotations, but it looks like one will fly forward. No, there's no damage follow-up unfortunately. So IG, they claim one tower as well. Now Chuan's gonna have to take underneath the tower. Emo will have the damage to secure another kill for IG. 5,000 net worth lead for them, and this is already the Desolator completed 12 minutes into the game. This is an incredible start for the boys over on Dire. They are looking really strong. That's a, oh my lord, that's a 12-minute blink dagger. Whoa. Nutty, I was dead here well and truly. Dude, this is actually worrying because Radiant is super squishy. I mean, SCC is still getting a lot of farm. They're going to put Fade mid now. This is what they did last time on Aster. They give a little bit of priority to the Shadow Demon aim around the middle lane so he can just shove out the lane, and once he clears the camp, he can kind of go back and de-wall. They're actually going to smoke up. I don't believe if the ward's scouting. Please point in the camp. It's hurting. Karka's going to reveal it now. Can try to get the relocate. Way too much magic burst now. A little bit awkward. Really nice movement from Dire. They reveal the dagger, find a pick off, take a D1 tower. They're even going to rat for more. Oh, they got the wall positioning. Toss back the Shadow Demon. Oh, look at the distance he traveled because they toss him to the IO. Double kill afterwards. Killing spree for Kaka. This game's actually in shambles. This is a incredible start for Invictus Gaming. And they're going to make another movement top here. This is really fast. No one's TPing back just yet to cancel TPs. How about we just take push instead, because we got Desolator with minus armor because build's maxed out. Stop with 15 minus armor already. Oh, apologies, no, not 15, it's actually 14. I don't know why I thought Desolator was 7. That is a wow. I'm actually speechless. Like, they have 3 blinks at 14 minutes into the game. How the hell is your support's going to be able to position properly? How the hell is Lena going to be able to position properly? And Gyro can't take up the damage at the moment. What's the probability? I'm honestly not surprised. 92%. Invictus Gaming they're looking good, man, and they're just going to keep hunting kills. Ready? Nice wall positioning. Good for me. If they want to take the fight here, I mean, they don't have vision advantage, but they do want to start taking objectives. You can take away the map control, provide space for the Morphling as well. And the fact that Morphling's been allowed to stay in this safe lane and not feel worried at all, like they've made the attempts with rotations, but the issue is that they don't really have this initiation to catch him out. And Morphling's a hero that, actually is IG. Here comes smoke. Fade. It will be fine. Might be able to catch out available now with the toss back as well. Provoker's got the Relicate. Can they get SCC up fast enough? The damage might be too much, and it's Provoker. Relicate not there in time, and now the Eye is going to get chased down as well. He's got the tether to drag him back. Like it's not going to matter once again. The positioning. This is. It's getting out of hand. Triple kill for Emo. You just can't position as this game's going to start to fare out. Wow. 8,000 net worth lead. Not even 16 minutes into the game. The drop that worked well for raiding yesterday is not working well at all. It's another movement top. Kaka reverse. The fact that Kaka could be in trouble. This is nice free to be able to bring down Flash can help him out with the management. Beautiful replicate. Now Kaka, can he stay alive though? It's a lot of poison stacking up. Even Mesh Triple C with the rotation. I believe he's alive here, so now they'll turn their attention to Firefly. They don't have a T1 tower. Firefly dodges out the spear though, just shy. The tip did not connect. What a play from Firefly. I mean, if they can't even kill Marker, that's rough. God, he's level 10. I mean, Tiny's a hero that very much relies on your burst damage. So being able to have your abilities maxed out at a fast succession enables this hero at such a high rate. You know, I don't want to put too much emphasis on the net worth. I think really the experience is where it's all shining. It's all coming together. There's still 2 minutes left for the Ages. They're going to smoke up. Firefly would join them. They want to link up down bottom towards the Templar Assassin, who's already got the lane shoved out. Really want to try and find a couple of objectives with this Ages. Looks like they're pretty aware of this movement. Not going to run through the jungle. Yes, dude. I want to take the fight, but it's not going to be easy. Emo's got reinforcements in the backline. JT card from counter initiation, but a nice blink away, protected thanks to the refraction. Emo's going to be fine, and they can run if they want to. Dire, really nice position on the wall on the high ground. But Kaka once again another blink. Can't do. Just the tip. Now they're epic for the pole. Arena drags me. The bench pick might be enough here. Really get to it. It's going to get sent away. It looks like it's just no damage coming up from Radiant. Dire, position, mobility, too much for Aster to be able to handle. LSA holds back to Provoking, tracks back at Pussy as well, straight on top of the Macropie. They're able to deal with the Age. Firefly is going to get pumped, but JT with the counter initiation finds out 2. Last part fall up as well. Eno's going to respawn after the Age is down with the damage, able to bring down the core up to another with the toss back from Kaka. This Tiny has taken over game 1. Emo's going to join as well at the 17-minute GG Aster. They tap out. They cannot handle Invictus Gaming. What an incredible game 1, man. A full 5-man wipe to end it. That is some textbook gaming from Invictus Gaming, man. That is perfection.
1500 gold. He actually is going to go straight into the pipe here, opting to tank up even more.
Rolling boulder from Zep misses again, but there's the invest bomb, and this time Ohio's in trouble. Roar will come out, they have the magnetize, they get off the silence as well, and Ohio will get right click down. The exorcism will go from Mushi, doing a decent amount of damage to that aggressive. The Borslow comes through, he has no infest, he has the armlet toggle, needs to be careful, the Spirit Siphon coming out, the glimpse back onto aggressive, gets him back in there. They get the Grave off in time though, the open wounds will come through, they have the kinetic shield. There's the black hole, from the low ground, on to 3, Zep as well as NM1 are gonna get chewed down, 3 dead, Mushi gets a double kill. DJ, are you kidding me, from the low ground?
DJ, God, the crowd, he just goes insane as he hits the black hole of his life. And
Likely could just give this one up. The vision advantage with the Hawk does help. But nope, they're ready. They've actually got a smoke. They can bypass the Hawk with this, but
there's no way they take this in time. Fnatic need to get out. Mushi is going to be stunned by the boulder smash. They're going to come through. Showit looking for a Ravage. Can't find it. Mushi pops the BKB early. Aggressive blinks in. Pops the Rage as well. Still has his BKB ready to go. They really want to contest this and take it down as quickly as possible. They get the refresher for Ohio. It's coming out. Double Roar is ready. Can they find a kill off of this? Maybe he's walking up with the Silver Edge. Ohio's going to get caught first. Ravage catches onto 2. Black Hole counter initiation. Static Storm on top. Aggressive is low. They get up to Static Storm. Showit pops the refresher. Not enough. Maybe it's getting chewed through by mid 1. They get off the Roar. They'll lose 2. They'll lose 3. They buy back on the Tide. He's got another Ravage. They have no buyback on Maybe. What an initiation from DJ.
Secures another kill, and Tongfu is going to continue to push. They're not done. Mech still hasn't even been used. There's a hook. Howl brought all the way back to the base. Cleaned up by the fountain. And waddles his way back to the front lines.
Well, like I said, it does waste time, but they kind of need it. I mean, they need to be able to just eliminate somebody from the fight, very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu. So if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but the thing is there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express. Welcome to the well. Aegis goes to Tongfu. And now charging back out. Dindy going to be spotted, and he gets, no, he doomed the Chen. That's a much better choice. Oh, he got him. He got him. Not going to follow it all the way because we got a battle to watch with Puppy. Trying to get away from it. Going to be telekinesis back. And they will be able to get him as well. There you so a 1-for-1 trade. And wow, Hal is still alive down there. Engagement breakout as Kuro. Oh, there we go. The hook. Got him. Zhan Xing taking the long ride to Shanghai. Welcome home. Navi down. Can you say mega creeps? Navi, he got him. One more. This is what you call one for the road.
Man, I can't.
The game for IG. Who leads the way? I believe it should be Zoe. They're gonna cut for the shorter path. They storm up the river. Patience from Zoe. Waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep. The surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Vacuum in. Ravage on everyone. The black hole as well. Light of heaven turns it around. Ravage as well. Stolen by Dandy. Are you kidding me? They turn it around. 4 heroes dead.
5 heroes dead. Chuan trying to survive. Chuan's gonna go down. Puppy talked about the Naga counter. It's Light of Heaven with his BKB. They turn it around. I don't even know how they're gonna do it. Standing ovation from the crowd. The last tower will be going down.
Start the fight with that global and just try to blow up and get on top of that Zeus right away. Get into that backline. I mean, the Brubik and the Zeus are really starting to be quite an issue for them.
Chalice. He's in with the opener, straight in with the lasso. The tower will fall, but they'll drag back the Ember Spirit into the torrent. Cut him down with the Tidebringer. He's dead once, but on the side. They find Arme. Arme's dead for 60. Still alive at the moment. And all the use. The dodge. Anna up into the end, dodging the Echo Slam. Somnus, he's trapped here in the Sprout. OG, they'll slowly punch down the Kuka. The stolen Vision Jerax sets up onto FY. OG.
But this PL will continue just to BT split push this game out, get more and more money, and that for me is still the biggest problem for Evil Geniuses. Where do you go with this? Fear needs to have that damage dealing item.
But in order to do so, he's got to drop either his TP scroll or sell the Ring of Aquila. And Zamel, blink, Dragon Tail stun. Garda's going to be here with the hookshot as well. Laguna bites Zamel. The Cogs burn bought them a little bit of extra time. And with Zamel down and no buyback, Roshan is a very, very juicy target here for CDEC.
Yeah, EG are going to know they're going for it though. First of all, it would be pretty obvious from the lane situation, but they also have a good ward around the river area to see that CDC are moving in there now. I don't think EG are interested in contesting this 4-on-5, but maybe they can delay it long enough for it to be a 5-on-5 if they Ice Blast and Fissure properly. There is no hook shot.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! In from Universe! It's a disaster! CDEC! They're gonna get wiped from the face of the earth, apart from aggressive. He'll jump out, but the Wombo combo perfectly hits from Evil Geniuses, and now they will take Roshan. Zamel is back, they'll get the egg into the Immortal. OG right behind Ame. Gets the jump, finds the Pugner. Vision will not find a stun. Pugner with no buyback. OG, they were really playing with fire. The Hex down the Terrorblade. Spectral Haunt looking for the frontline attack, but that's why Somnus goes into the back line. The BKB, they're into the back line. Shaker, he's bouncing around. Hawk shot, she stuns on the way through. ES is gone. No buybacks available. Have LGD done it? They're holding Anna. Hold him in place. Chalice will find the damage. F5 will die for it. No, really? Anna is actually running away, but it won't stop Arme from blinking up, looking for the tier 3 tower. 2 players left alive for OG. They're the big ones, however. Thompson and Anna on the defense duty. Fortification. It's delayed as much as they possibly can. And now the jump out. Hex, the boy in the bubble. Thompson able to be protected once again. Chalice very, very low on mana. They have a lot, but Arme, he'll change the life with Anna. Thompson needs to be pushed away. Able to do so. FY jumps onto the illusion only, so the hookshot won't be able to connect. But Anna, he needs to retreat. There's so much damage. Anna down. Buyback is available. They still have not taken the mid racks. OG are just trying to delay LGD for the moment.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds
and welcome
remaining.
back for a second game. Invictus Gaming up against Team Aster. What a incredible game 1 performance from the boys over on Radiant. They were able to whitewash 18-minute victory pretty much by them, and it was a demolishment. That is, you can't mistake it for what it was. Reno on, and we're gonna look to see what can switch it up here for Aster. It's gonna be just getting cleaned up the 0-0. But we see a bit of a change here with the bans. Aster actually let through the co-op. In fact, they're the ones to ban out the Shadow Team and end the Mirana. They want to ban, I believe they banned out the Shadow Team just because they don't have first pick, so they're going to make sure that doesn't get let through. It does mean that they have to let the co-op those IGs. It looks like they have a more priority on being worried about the co-op getting picked up. Being worried about the Shadow Team and Mirana getting picked up from the co-op. And I really like this opener so much from them. Clockwork to do with the Earthshaker. Like, Earthshaker still can play the game relatively well, but man, Clockwork just absolutely destroys you. You do everything that the Earthshaker doesn't want you to do. But here's that 4th pick Terrorblade that we're seeing kind of time and time again, man. You know, whichever team has 2nd pick, you're able to protect it now with 3 bans. You know, you get rid of you just get rid of so many of his heroes. Seems what Phantom Lancer, Nog correctly.
5 seconds remaining.
Let me double check actually. What is it? Morphling PL Naga is what I've been seeing a majority of the time get taken away when you when teams are picking up the Terrorblade. There's already Phantom Lance ban, and we'll probably see IG protect their Queen of Pain here. Just the fact that I mean, you get rid of the Lina, you get rid of the Pot. I don't know if Viper might be another one, honestly. I've seen a lot of Viper bans when you have a Quap, because that's a hero that can just outplay. You just have a lot more bullying aspect in the lane, and Queen of Pain's a hero that really wants to take over. Super reliant on being able to kind of dumpster a lane in a way, just being the lane dominating hero. So going up against someone who does better than you in that kind of category, you know, it doesn't feel too good at all. I do want to see how Aster are going to try and play around with the Terrorblade. I mean, they can't get the Shadow Team and Terrorblade combo. I think you're going to look for... I mean, I'm trying to think of someone who they can pick as a 5 that can amplify the Terrorblade and not worry about cogs. I mean, I think you might just still like go for the Ogre or something, but I was going to say Snapfire. The only issue is, do you really want to Snapfire in that lane?
10 seconds.
Because the Cookie's nice, I guess, in that regard.
5 seconds.
And there's the Vibe. Honestly, pretty conventional. Out to protect the Terrorblade, to protect the Quap. We're seeing a lot of this second phase banning to really try and put a lot of emphasis on protecting your first phase picks. It's still really fun to watch. One thing I will also say, just to keep everyone up to date, IG, Team Aster, they prioritized second pick this game, and IG took Radiant instead of Dire. So just so everyone's aware, I think that does have a pretty big importance, and you know, it's nice to be able to see the changes on who's prioritizing what in the draft, because you know we have been seeing the swap up. You know, we had the 2-2-2 for a while, then it went to the 3-1-1, and now it's the 2-3-2. They banned the Timber. Oh, okay. Understandable. Looked really well with Terrorblade Illusions. Okay, so they get the Oracle Terrorblade combo. But the supports on Aster feel like there's not a lot of damage coming out unless Earthshaker has a blink. The early game damage from Aster is going to be very lackluster. You know, Oracle can actually do a decent amount when you get Purifying Flames at a high level. You could just get ran over. And IG might just be able to play around with their mobility and positioning again. You know, Quap very mobile, Clock with the initiation. You know, just need to get on top of Oracle. You know, Oracle and Earthshaker, their impact this game as these two supports are going to be very high with that kind of initiation / counter initiation and the survivability that Oracle is going to be able to provide. But they can really thrive on this offlane now. I think if you go, whether you give the Clockwork to JT or whether you give it over to Kaka, you know, you're still really going to dumpster. I honestly wonder if they Tiny. I really wonder, because Kaka had an incredible Tiny game. But I think that's... I wouldn't mind it, honestly, because they are very squishy on Aster, but... IG go for a bit of team fight here. Pick up a Tide.
10 seconds
well, how do you kill a Tide this game?
5 seconds
Once Terrorblade gets items, then yeah, it's gonna be fine. But at this stage, it's Tide's gonna be a big man. We don't really see him too often, but it's a hero that's gonna do an immense amount of work throughout these fights. And so, I mean, I think Team Aster have to go for playmaking here. Nothing real. I mean, Void Spirit's still in the pool. I think there's a really good Void Spirit game. There's absolutely nothing they do against the Void, and he actually plays well versus the Queen of Pain. The Yules with the 8th Remnant's really nice control, and I think they just need this tempo hero for Chuan that can kind of make the plays across the map. They won't pick it now. I'm almost certain they'll pick the XXS hero. Wow, they do, but they can flex it though. They can still flex it. So I guess that's a nice thing where we don't know if it's going to be the 2 or the 3, but it's a really good hero, man. I like it a lot this game.
10 seconds remaining.
You get out of cogs. You can like you can kind of dodge Ravage with the simulate. It's not. It depends where you're positioned from the Ravage, from the center of it. And yeah, the lane versus Quap is. Quap's gonna have a relatively good matchup because you're magic damage, and Void Spirits, has that Resonant Pulse physical protection, and melee against range in general is not too fun depending on what it is. But as the game goes on, Void Spirit's going to be able to provide the control, has better mobility than the Queen of Pain with the 2 Astral Set charges. Wait, hang on. What's going on here? Tied 3 with a Ruby Clockwork 5? I don't mind Clockwork 5. That here on the safe lane gets a longer lane to be able to play with. So it's very, it's a lot easier to be able to chase down heroes and utilize the Battery Assault there. And probably just still going to see these last couple of bans come out. I mean, would you be worried about the Naga right now? I feel like you're really worried if IG just pick Naga.
5 seconds remaining.
This band might reveal what they want to go for. The question is I mean, Aster looking for, I believe, the XXS here. Dazzle might be too much all in on this kind of Terrorblade. Well, I think I guess we don't really see IG's position 1, so it seems like Terrorblade's going to be the hardest carry this game, which makes sense at the moment. I think Beastmaster could be worried. DC isn't very good versus Tide, but I think the utility that Beastmaster provides is super, super important for the Terrorblade. And they don't have... I feel like you don't have a really good lane to play versus the Beastmaster as well. If a Clockwork's 5, you can't deal with the boars, and I really like a support who can kind of nuke down the boars to the core as well. They're on them Mars instead, okay. Fair enough. So what are both teams looking for? Do you want this hard carry?
10 seconds remaining.
For fly.
5 seconds
but it's
remaining.
Fact on, I mean, you see Aster just heavily prioritize protecting the Terrorblade. I mean, 4 bans at the moment have been for the Terrorblade, and I imagine this could be a 5th ban as well coming out. Yeah, I'd say so. I think they ban. Oh, Sloth ban. I don't stocks. That's just to protect that. At least take over. That's like the target. Someone didn't know. Sure. Yeah. Take your game before they pump them. They don't have a game on the draw. That makes a lot of sense. Not to protect the draw. Where's my hero sheet? Real quick.
10 seconds.
This has to be one way to get on top of the draw.
5 seconds remaining.
There's not much, man. There's really not. You can go for some form of initiation. That kind of what it has to be. There's not a lot of jump. They need lockdown as well. Still, I mean, I don't mind the beats because then with the blink, the vision is going to be really important to be able to find the opening. But again, why not go beast sync for a little bit better of a hero to find the initiation? Because Jiraiya's going to have a free time. Like Clockwork will initiate, Tide will initiate. Then you got Quap as well, who's kind of going to play around the backline and deal with the Oracle Earthshaker. So Jiraiya's going to have a relatively free time. And if Aster don't have vision advantage and get the jump first, then they might struggle in these fights. That's how do I forget the scent? I mean, that's literally one of the best ones to deal with the Drow. Yeah, played last game, slept through as well. It's a really good Centaur again. How did I miss it on my hero sheet? Where is it? Oh, there it is. How the heck did I miss that? Yeah, it's a good Centaur pick. Makes a lot of sense. Gives you strong offlane hero. And He doesn't need too much help. Like, if he can kind of make some movements across the map. Who's draft by favor? Centaur Void will be pretty decent to get on the Drow. We might even see Terrorblade go Blink. That could be kind of like 4th, 5th item if you really need to get on the Drow. It's not the worst play, but I think IG might take over this game. Chuan's a lot of plays, man. They don't have a good way to deal with the Void Spirit. Silence is actually going to be pretty annoying. I think Aster... I mean, Terrorblade's so strong. That hero is so nuts at the moment. But I don't know if I did that yesterday where I'm like, okay, they got second, they got, what, 4th pick Terrorblade, but they just protect with so many bans, and I'm like, alright, we'll just go the Terrorblade. And it didn't really have as much impact as what I was expecting. That was a game where the Gyro completely just ran over. I think once again the supports on Aster are going to be very... They're going to have a hard game. I think the positioning is going to be super awkward for them. So I'm going to... They've got ways to deal with the Earthshaker. They've got ways to deal with the Oracle. So I'm going to go for the boys on IG.
Fish food. Shocking.
Like, actually, I think Clockwork's going to be really strong. Yeah, no, I've already said I'm not going to double back on it now. Yeah, with IG. Let's go IG. Come on, don't prove me wrong, please. Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Aster 1 game behind at the moment here, so IG looking to try and take their 2nd series victory. 2nd season of the DPL across CDA. We're going to have Kaka on the Rubik, JT on the Tidehunter playing the top lane here. Emo will be on the new Queen of Pain Arcana, and down towards the top we got Oli on position by Clockwork, Firefly on the Drow that we don't see too often anymore, but against Terrorblade you're a pretty good matchup. For Aster, XXS can be on the Centaur. You'll pair that up with Fade on the Earthshaker, who's going to make a lot of movements across the map this game. Bo3 on the Oracle, it's position 5, and then we got Chuan on the Void through playing mid, and lastly SCC on the Terrorblade as well. Terrorblade's sneaky boy. Yeah, I'm gonna find it. It looks like IG might be able to get get 3 bounties here. Very nicely done. At least I get 1. They do get a D-ward as well, so I imagine Bobo could probably run up in this little slither. Yeah, in there. And check to see if he got hit by the tower. Free D-ward, you love to see it. Helping out that middle lane. Get some decent experience out of it as well. You're pretty much almost a quarter now from it. Nice little chunk of change where he's already brought out some regen and another sentry too. So I want to see how Void through one start level. Sometimes I've seen the max out the simulate just so you can dodge the dagger, but it doesn't have the same uptime as what the dagger does. Maxed out 4-second cooldown to simulate, I think is 11. Yeah, 11 second. So yeah, you can't constantly spam that out. So it's also nice to be able to, it's got a guaranteed amount of damage to kill off the range creep, 360, actually 340, never mind. So you should be able to deal with range creep. But this is a really nice bottom lane for IG. Drow Ranger with an aggressive support offers you a lot of kill threat. Yes, it's right click damage to XXS will stack up the retaliate, but you gotta be really careful with the positioning. Now, let's actually go on Cogs level 1. Okay. I don't know. He wouldn't use it for the body blocking the creeps. I didn't do that at all. But yeah, there should be threat. It's kind of similar to how the Ogre plays it. Look, you just shock out Blood Loss. We're going to see a kill down here potentially. Ollie. Stock out in. Fade. Chuck out the fissure. No kill comes out. It's a lot of damage though early. Fly. Dire level 2. So as soon as Centaur gets to level 2, you got a massive power spike. Retaliate plus a stun, but I don't think you can dive the Drow. Especially with the Earthshaker support, but with this mass creep wave, they definitely could have had the opportunity. Unfortunately, yeah, just Earthshaker support's not really going to be able to do so. Let's see if Flyback and Lost it well. You know, they did change that damage, so it's kind of awkward. Here comes level 2s. They're going to wrap around. Fade. So the battery assault here, XXS will try and stop the damage output running straight on top of Firefly. They're still going to stack him back in with the cogs. Firefly can still chuck out the multi-shot here, and XXS will be the first death of the game as IG picks up first blood here. Really nicely done from that. I haven't really seen the Drow range actually too much at all. I was making sure the multi-shot was the name for it. What Kari is that? That's a sick ass Courier. Can I see the way it's facing it as well? Yeah, that's cool. If, well, I guess if I'm in that view. What's it got on it? Pretty much Wraith Band finish. Drought Truce, I just saw that in this. The health on top. Double call. Very nicely done from XXS. Gonna be able to get a little bit of revenge here. That's the, looked like going for the drums. Sages with the crown, so we'll be able to pick that up. Besides the mid lane going 18-3 for the Queen of Pain, 16-2 for the Void Spirit. So this is still a relatively decent matchup for the Void in the mid lane. You know, it's not one where you're going to get kind of taken away easily enough. But once Emo maybe gets even an extra point in staff, Chuan's going to have to really, really rely on a massive amount of regen being provided from himself. Sees Kaka could telekinesis Baboka back here for the Roche pit, and if that Roche hit the, oh my lord, Kaka, okay, never mind, just gets bashed and ducked down. Emo comes forward, takes away the regen. Not really worth it in the end. I mean, 160 mana used and a whole lot of health taken away too. Chuan's still got some regen to be able to. Thank God days of Bottle Crow's on here. I mean, it's been a while, but that was such a boring. And remember the dual lane mid as well. Like, we haven't had that for a while, and I really hope it doesn't come back. Nice deny. Just for bottle now. Alright, there we go. So brings that bad boy out here. We got a pretty passive start here once again. Was all up. We are about to have bounties though, so we'll see probably a rotation for these. XXS going to try and drag the creeps as well, but double. Fissure blocks off Fly. Still, it's a lot of damage with the multi-shot. Oh, he's got 2 points in battery, so he might actually be able to get a solo, and yeah, he does. Very, very nicely done from IG, and Fly is going to make sure he doesn't drag the creeps underneath the tower. So this bottom lane's pretty decent. 2 assists here for Firefly. Does miss. Oh, never mind. He actually got that right off the creeps, yes. How do you. He did go 3 points resonant. Okay. But Tron just hits level 6, so he should be fine. Actually goes aggressive on top of Emo, who has his own ultimate to be able to utilize here. Gets the last astral set back toward the tower, but now the ultimate shocked up. Damage is way too much for the Voids to handle. For him, really nice rotation from Kark as soon as the clock hit level 6. That's a big one, because both these heroes very much rely on being able to snowball games. So the Void and Clock, you know, we're going to see a very big impact with them through this game. So we're going to be top, unfortunately. I'll let wrap it around though. He does have boots. How's that Triple C going at top of the last hits? Probably going to see the Terrorblade fall back to the jungle pretty soon, just because how fast you can farm the jungle up and just giving the lane to a support. The only issue is Oracle can't really take that lane. You know, maybe Shaker with a little bit of experience, XXS. Kaka tries to pop the ward to get the vision for the telekinesis, but no. JT's in trouble now. As you can see, doesn't have metamorphosis. This might be a hard kill, but Fade does have a DT, so that double enchant totem was a lot of damage here. As Triple C will be able to find that. Really nicely done for them, that wraparound. Might even be able to get the pull as well. It's already the trees cut. Look at the vision from Radiant. They want to put a lot of emphasis down bot. I mean, that's kind of around mid, but also this deep ward. They're going to try and dive XXS here. Telekinesis, so not going to matter. Fly's got the level 6. Damage is stopped. starting to stack up, man. Firefly's had a really, really good lane. Hasn't been able to find any kills. You don't mind the Rubik taking them. I mean, Karka's already got arcade boots. Do they still have their catapult? Oh, they do. So Radiant still have their catapult. I love that, actually. They take the tower, maybe just go top and take that tower as well. I wouldn't mind seeing Radiant support still hand in the area. Oh, it's a bit weak, unfortunately, but I feel like you can continue finding kills. And especially with this push potential that's going to come out with the catapult wave. Karka will find one. I didn't even find another if this Kara stays. Which one? He's going to force his own movement, so here comes the emphasis to be able to protect bot. Flyfly's got to be careful. They do know it. I mean, right clicking now won't know the shovel. It used to be trusty, but not anymore. As Flyfly will die a second time there. Good old trusty shovel. You can see it. And now we'll probably see the Drago top. You know, play around this. The triangle cam. We did bring up actually the last game. I'm like, hang on, you know, Radiant might. The Radiant. I'd start the draft here as like the Drow, the Medusa a little bit more just because you have this triangle camp back in your favor. And yeah, he's up the top. I'll try and force out. I mean, Terrorblade's already actually out of there. You're just going to farm the jungle, try and get a little bit out of the middle lane as well. Sugar C has done really well at the moment, top of the net worth. But JT has also had a really good time. He's gone the Helm Dump here for the Tide Hunter. A little bit extra control as they're hunting and they'll be able to catch up. Doing his best to play the sacrificial role in the dead lane, just getting a little bit of... Ooh! Love a good bounty. Can never say no. Sonic Wave, Astral City. He might be in trouble here. No, he's got dagger. Oh, sorry, he's got the other self. The strength treads. What level's the dagger? It's on level 2. Okay. But it's Sonic Wave now committed, unfortunately not really going to get anything out of it here, but does force SCCC back towards the base, which is kind of slowing down his farm. I mean, if we're going to say anything, that's at least a bonus or benefit that's coming out of it, but Radiant just making some pretty nice plays. I mean, they've got a 2,000 net worth lead, about to be 10 minutes into the game here, and now Drow, you sit around the triangle camp, you take that tier 1 tower, you've got the marksman. Yes, it's not as strong at being able to farm up the camps. You know, that's where the multi-shot really comes into play, but oh my, that was a lot of damage. Takes the cogs as well for the gold. So Chuan's going to be able to catch back up. You know, 2-1. It's not like he had a bad time mid. I mean, that one death kind of wasn't the greatest, but he's been able to make some very nice rotations for himself. And,
Radiant's bottom tower.
You know, at the moment, I feel like it's going to be, I mean, still just chilling out. This game's going to be a lot slower than what I think the last one was. Terrorblade's going to play pretty passively, just farming up the jungle. Ollie does have level 6 if Radiant want to defend bot, but they are putting their own pressure on top of the tier 1 tower mid. They haven't got any more movements coming out. It's a little late here. Let's try and make this play happen. They actually have to even TP on the backline. Excellent. Then falling low. Chuan will shot forward actually. Remnant's not going to drag them back, so Ollie really nicely done with that level 6 into the tone. And now Chuan's going to have to commit to the disengage with Astral Step. Nemo doesn't have any stuns, unfortunately, so the Void Spirit's going to be able to sneak his way back towards the tower. They do end up losing the offlane, but they also pay the price of the Centaur dying there. That's a 4th death so far for XXS. He is rushing the Blink though. Tranquils with pretty much nothing else going straight into that Blink dagger. So very similar to what we saw last game on Invictus Gaming, where they just kind of, you know, had multiple heroes that rushed mobility tools. You know, that is the one thing about Aster where when you got the Void initiate, Chuan's actually going to go Orc. Okay. I thought it might be the yours because, you know, it's going to be really nice against the Silence. Karka? No, poor old Karka. Oh, never mind. Still Astral Step. Good to see it. 3,000 network fleet. They're still hunting. Emo has the ultimate available, so he wants to try and get something out of it. Chuan's a difficult here to bring down. You got to be careful with Fading. Not just move forward and fish into the Echo Slam, but the nice hook shot drags him back now. It's on wave. Forward blow, but just in time with the false promise. It's not enough damage to clean off Emo, and now they're going to turn around as the Void Void Spirit falls, Boker's the next target. Fade, he'll back up to full, but they got the vision, tries to juke and drive throughout the tree line, but it's going to be 3 and on Aster. Almost identical to how last game played, where we saw that triple kill come out. Wasn't a triple for Emo. Was that actually a triple for Ollie? Oh my lord. Oh, no, it wasn't actually XS. There's the blink. They still killed the Centaur previously. Well, you reveal the blink, find a kill out of it, but you're going to lose your T1 tower mid, and I'm worried that Radiant might just... I mean, because this is going to be a free Roche for them. They've already taken mid, they've already taken top. They're not going to go Roche now, but, you know, the Gush is going to be maxed out pretty soon. You know, that's going to be 7 minus armor. You're going to have the Drow that's outputting a whole lot of physical damage as well. And, you know, unless Aster can get a blink on the Earthshaker at a fast rate, but unfortunately, I mean, Fade just doesn't have the items at the moment. Well, it doesn't have the farm as well. Only 8 last hits, 4 kill participation out of the 5. So it's, you know, it's not like he's not getting involved in the kills, but it's just the fact that he's got 10 last hits. So what the hell is going on here? What? This is a fat creep wave. Was JT just stacking up with the Helm Dome? Hook shot off the mark, Dire. Dip out of there, unfortunately. This wave ain't gonna do jack. So we're gonna slow it down. When can they take Roche? Drow's got, I think this is Dragonlance? Yeah, Dragonlance completed. Well, that's tricky, Chuan. They're still wrapping around here. Chuan could be in trouble. Without the hook shot, makes it very difficult to initiate, but Fly goes the marks. Does run into the Helm Dome. If he can find this, at least the route. Double banishment. No, they survived him. No, he's in range of the tower. They had the vision. You hate to see it, man. Chuan trying to make as much space as possible, but won't be able to do so successfully. That's going to be another kill on top of the Void Spirit. Fly will claim it. Look at the farm as well he's going to get. That's a lot of creeps, man. Oh. Almost missed a couple, and now they're going to make another fast space move. They'll head towards bot. XXX. Trying to bait the creep wave. As Triple C doesn't have the metamorphosis here, so he's going to at least scout them out. Emo's got a double damage from it. They can take the fight. Triple C about half HP, but it's got the sun to be able to utilize. Here come the Radiant rotations. Are a little bit late at the moment, but do they want to take the fight? Yeah, I think it's a little too late. So it's Aster, but Boker is actually the one to claim it. So one shining spot for Aster at the moment. Yes, they're down 3,000 net worth, but it's the fact that SCCC is doing incredibly well for finding his farm. I mean, this is about to be Manta completed. He's really farmed. What's his GPM? What's GPM? It's you. 512. Okay. Didn't we see like a 1,000 gold anti-mage or 1,000k GPM on the AM yesterday? That was kind of clean. Fade. So doesn't have blink. Emo could be in trouble though. They've got the follow-up on XXS. This should be a kill, but they need to time it perfectly with the chain lockdown. Fade's going to try and get a range. Visual sets up for the echo. Really nicely done. How? I have no idea how the creeps get that kill. That's the funny thing where you drop everything and it's like, oh nah, somehow the creeps got the lost right click on the freaking pea shooter. And let's bring up Roche, so that's, I mean, first death for the clock, you never really want to die because the Queen of Pain is the hero that can kind of snowball games, but you getting Roche out of it, I think, a little bit faster than what you were expecting because it's still only Gush. So Gush is level 2. There you go, nicely done. Roche is clean. Ages on to Fly. 16 minutes in, and now they're going to instantly move top. We're still yet to see a Ravage, so they've got this ultimate, you know, prepped up, ready to rock and roll. And they want some objectives. They want them now. They want to try and hunt down the towers. This is a big Aegis for Invictus Gaming. Fly. I mean, I think the Terrorblade's going to scale much better into the late game than what the Drow's really going to. Considering you've got a Centaur, Earthshaker, Void Spirit, even Terrorblade can kind of itemize with like Blink Daggers to get on top of the Drow. I've seen that occasionally. But they've got a decent way to deal with Drow as this game goes on with their mobility will come out. So it's very awkward for IG to play around. They're going to have to take towers early, suffocate Dire inside base, but you know, Terrorblade's still not too worried about that. That is the one good thing about the hero, is that you can always just send out the illusions to the lane and try and get immense amount of farm. But they're going to smoke up. As you see, Metamorphosis is available here. They actually get the ult, but now with the Sonic Wave on the backline, clips on the 4. No more follow back to coming through. Always stuck in the mid lane, but Firefly with TP rotation. A couple nice Sonic onto 2. Now with 50 follow-up stolen from the Rubik. They'll clean off 1. Another death here from XXX. Emo's going to try and have some counter initiation potential, but an instant false promise from Vodka hard dispose of the Orchid. So it's a 1-for-1. 5th death of the game here for XXS, really struggling to find a footholding in. What a nice double silence for Firefly. Oh no, man. Void Spirit. They might pop the Ravage, it doesn't matter. Karkar, Fissure still stolen. That is one thing I haven't brought up is, you know, we really haven't seen the Fissure stolen just yet, but there's a lot of good abilities this game to steal. Fissure's one of them in particular that's probably one of the, honestly, I'd say the best ability that Rubik can steal. 0 cost point, massive range with your 8th lens, with your talent. And Fade's still yet to have the blink. Greaves completed, tier 2 tower. They've got the Ravage. What more do they want to go for? There's tier 1, tier 2 down bottom. Want to try and claim those and get all the outer towers. They are posturing to go up higher gun though. IG, do you want to do this here? They're going to blink up aggressively. Shred on top of the Oracle. There's a big person to be able to bring down. It looks like, no, Thunder, but that's happening. Oh no. Ooh. Oh my god, he gave me a heart attack. Oh, jeez. I mean, that's under a cooldown. And now your tower's getting shredded. Dead for 70, oh, down for 70. You've got Blink now available, but you've got to be careful if you can't burst anyone, because they've got the Greaves, they've got the Ages. You've got to be careful. Double Blink, the mobility could be pretty strong here from Aster. IG doing a very good job not to get grouped up, and JT's just trying to find the vision. They still have this ward as well, so Fade's trying to play out of range. Success should be, no, they got the sentry nicely done, and now the Centaur might get telekinesis outside the base here. He will do so, or could prevent him. Fissure on top of the backline, but Broker Force Plum is going to be up in a couple seconds, but it's a couple seconds too shy, unfortunately. Has a buyback to rejoin them. Still waiting to see that initiation come out from the Earthshaker. They finally dealt with the ward, but the base is getting slowly sieged down. You need the opening. Where's it going to come out from? Triple C, man. Looks like there's going to be a melee rack. They might wrap around entirely, but Chuan, are they just out of it? They're not even going to defend it, looks like. They'll lose to melee. He wants to try and go get some bounce instead. So IG claimed the melee racks, and they're going to back off here. 8,000 net worth lead. That is exactly what they need to do with this Ages. You know, Drow, you can kind of you can come online a lot faster than what the Terrorblade's able to. And even though Terrorblade is also ahead in net worth, yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, all Drow needs is these items, and they're gonna smoke up again. They might not be able to catch anyone though. Needs to be a full wraparound. They're anticipating a movement down bot, or anticipating at least Radiant to try and push the tower. But I like what IG are gonna do. They'll play around their vision. They don't have the Queen of Pain, who does need to join them. Is that an Orchid on the... What? Has Orchid got an... Oh my god, he's already got an Orchid. He's actually so farmed. That's nuts. And now Karkar, Fissure. I mean, I can take the fight if they want to. Yeah, Super C pops Metamorphosis. Karkar's not dead just yet as well. Now with Gus. Back to load. Then we can fly from JT. Still got the Rabbit to utilize the projection on the back line. And Roka keeps Super C alive. Rabbit still gonna fly. Where's the healers coming out? He should be able to die after the false promise. Ages gets claimed. Nice Delta Switch. Quick blink away from Emo. So the Echo Slams are gonna do as much damage here, but it's just keep falling away. Tron's gonna try and get ready for the Orchid. Gonna take him down. That's it. Aster, don't lose 4, don't lose 5, don't lose the game. Instantly out of there. Ultra for KT. He didn't even need one Ravage, and that's all they found. What a fight, man. What a series. IG. They 2-0 team Aster. And that is massive for Invictus Gaming. I can't say how